So I kind of want us to reflect and see what have we been going through, what triggers has been coming up, and kind of how do we heal from that? What stories is it trying to tell us? For full moons, they're good for just kind of releasing heavy energy, dense energy, old energy that no longer serves us. Slow Reiki. Hey Jackie, how's it going? So if you want, just start kind of just by taking a deep breath in, slowly exhaling. Hey Leia, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Weather's been kind of warm, so it's kind of adjusting to it. Don't know how long it's gonna stay. I see you, Susan. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about your loss. It's hard when we lose people. And it's hard when we lose people that you could tell they've just been in so much pain. Take a moment, just kind of be gentle with yourself. Kind of use this space to kind of let go of any heavy energy, any dense energy. I imagine it as I'm pulling, kind of lifting any of the fears or doubts you might have been feeling. Don't worry about the people in the chat. If they find my room, they're here for a reason, even if they believe it or don't believe it. Those are the ones that need the most love. Those that are maybe too grounded in reality. They say that those who have a damaged masculine energy, they're just very, very hyper analytical. And so they trust only what's in their reality, and they don't believe that others' realities can exist. And it is hard. When we see those comments, it's just all over the place. But yes, tingling, kind of warm energy or cold energy, that's all normal. Thank you. So if you want, I feel kind of heaviness in the solar plexus. So if you want, just take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And yep, just like what Leia's doing, just write into the chat, what are you releasing? What are you letting go of? Either what old stories are there, or if you have to tell your story and process the emotions you're going through, feel free to use that as a safe space. Coughing. So coughing is, I feel that too. It's sort of like releasing blocks in the throat chakra. Kind of let go of that energy. As it's the full moon, I want us to reevaluate and look inwards. Look at what's been coming up. Look at the hurt, look at the pain. Where did it originate from? What triggered it? What caused it? And how can you send that past version of yourself the love that they need? And being here is going to help with that. Because Reiki energy, it travels through time and space. It goes where it needs to go, and it heals what it needs to heal. So I'm kind of going old school with how I used to do my lives for this one. Just the first 30 minutes, pure pulling, pure letting go of all that heavy energy. Hey Suntan, how are you doing? Yeah, I feel throat chakra is just all over the place. I'm sorry, Katie. For those experiencing grief and loss, I always look to the words of like Thich Nhat Hanh, kind of his meditations, his ideologies of what reality is. And he sees us all sort of as like waves or flowers. And when one wave crashes, another will appear. He tells a story in the book, No Fear, No Death. I think that's the name of it. He lived in a monastery in France, and I think it was about springtime. Flowers were supposed to blossom from a rose tree. And so a winter frost came in just before they were to bloom. And they thought they lost the flowers. They thought the flowers wouldn't bloom. And then as the weather warmed up again, the plants kind of restored themselves, and they were able to blossom again. So maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe they served the stories they were meant to serve. Kind of holding on to the memories of who they were. Allowing space for that energy to enter in different ways. I know it's easy for me to say, as you're going through grief, it's heavier, it's dense energy, but go with the waves of what you feel, what you know. Yeah, there's a lot of throat chakra that's being cleared out. That wasn't my intention for tonight, but I feel like a lot of you aren't speaking your truth. A lot of you are not saying what you need to be saying, setting your boundaries, speaking the things you want to bring into this reality, standing up for yourself. That's something I struggle with as well. So kind of focus on that. What are you not saying? What has triggered you? What words are you holding back? Write it into the chat. Write what you're releasing. Write what you're letting go of. This sort of a moon ceremony. Full moons are meant for releasing energy. Releasing the old stories. Analyzing them. Moving forward with who you're meant to become. Forgiving yourself. Music seems to be off. Yeah, there's a lot of grief. Kind of take a moment. Someone asked me where I send this energy. Before I start my lives, I kind of work with shamanism, different shaman archetypes. I work with the earth herself to kind of lift those heavy energies, to transmute it back into light. Because all these things you're feeling, they are life lessons. But they're also narratives in the mind that might not be serving you. So I'm using Reiki. I've channeled Reiki into my hands to kind of lift heavy, dense energy, grief, fear, doubt, heartache, pain. So it's a physical representation of you letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Yeah, there's a lot of doubt, a lot of fear. We're in a time of just everything feeling unknown. Take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Look at what's in your reality right now. Is it safe? Does that environment feel safe? Can we take this moment to create a safe space just for each other? Hey Anne, welcome in. So yeah, the first half, just pure pulling, letting go of that energy. Those of you letting go of things, exes, heaviness, you can use a bit of selenite to try and cut through that. I am doing Reiki healing. It's a very specific method. I trained in the Usui method under Melissa Crowhurst. And then from there, I meditated, worked with shamans, spirit guides, and developed my own style. What could feel safe, what could help create a safe space. If you see a division between you and me, if you see the screen as a division between you and me, that's the illusion. That's how this works through the phone. There's no phone, there's no distance. The air I breathe connects to all the air around us. My feet planted on the ground eventually connects to all of the earth, connects to where you're standing or sitting. Whenever I start these, I set the intention of light, of care, of compassion. The music I create, I set the same intention. We should be intentional with what we do and what we say. So Reiki stands for Universal Life Force. It's healing, compassionate energy. And it could be utilized through time, space. So any heaviness, anything you might feel, let go of it. Allow light to enter. But that's the thing. Someone said this isn't real. What is real? What is reality? Your story in your own mind shifts based on your perception of what is real and what is not real. The human brain is designed to see pattern thinking. If you feel tired, you don't have to stare at the screen. You could place it down and just listen, or if you feel like scrolling away, feel free. So as you go throughout the day, you will encounter 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts. Roughly around 90% of those are negative thoughts. My goal is to try and shift that, to create a safe space. Each hand gesture represents something different, whatever you want it to represent. I explain it in many different ways. Use your intuition. What do you think it represents? Your inner narrative creates your reality. The way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to others. Take another deep breath in. Try and relax. Roll your shoulders back. Unclench your jaw. And if you're just entering, feel free to write into the chat what you're letting go of. Maybe what confuses you. I reposted a introduction video the other day, and some people did mention that they're still kind of confused at what I'm doing. For me, I consider this a compassion ceremony. So many of us struggle to find a safe space in reality, a safe space to just be and exist, a place where we could stop the negative narratives within the mind. And that was my goal. This energy, if you feel it, isn't my energy. This energy exists within you. I'm only the conductor, kind of tapping into that subconscious, reminding you of the old ways, reminding you that you could heal, that you're capable of healing yourself. Knowing that this loving, self-compassionate energy is yours to tap into. You can do it in different ways. During my lives, I post these up on YouTube as well, but even just music. Listening to calm, peaceful music at a certain hertz. If you are aware and within your own body, you could tell what you're hurting from and what you need healing from. Do you feel powerless? That's solar plexus energy. That's where you need to strengthen yourself or find the inner strength. Is it heartache? The heart space is filled with so much love, so much heaviness. And we take it in as we watch the media, everything happening in the world, everything happening with our own individual worlds. There's a heaviness. So that's when you could look up like heart healing Reiki. Trauma and grief are unique. Trauma is something that's happened that makes you feel unsafe in the world. It creates very specific pattern thinking. So even if you're outside of the traumatic event or events that occurred, if something reminds you of it, you can be triggered. And so that's why, first of all, I always have to recommend kind of therapy. Finding someone that you could talk to, someone that you can work with to help figure out what's going on, what the trauma is. After that, there are different coping mechanisms you could use. EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, that's one. Meditation, different types of meditation. Meditation could just be kind of walking, sensing where you are, sensing your step on the ground, noting what's around you. If you feel triggered with trauma, or if the grief is too much to handle, kind of looking around you, and just say what you see in front of you. You see bottles or crystals or your phone, and then use the senses then to describe them. And you're kind of doing like what a writer would do, just narrating what's around you, because that helps bring you back into the present moment. Another good exercise to do is kind of, honestly, just karaoke. Play a song that you like, sing it out loud. Just cutting through that heaviness. Just because I feel in the solar plexus now and kind of the heart space. You might be feeling emotional, you might find yourself crying, because the space I set up is a safe space where you're meant to express and feel whatever energies come up. As we go throughout the day, with work, family, we have to stay strong no matter what. But if we don't find a safe space and safe time to process the emotions, the things that hurt. So crying is good. It's a release of energy. Feeling emotional is good. There's emotions being lifted, being let out. Write down what you feel. Say what you feel. Is that Abby? Abby, I miss you. I was thinking about you and Sean earlier. I need to reach out. I've been just all over the place. I hope you've been good. Hope you've been well. So yeah. If you're just hanging out, feel free to continue writing what you're letting go of, what stories have been coming up. Because the next half, we're going to dive into that a bit more. Whatever we're letting go of, we're going to kind of create our affirmations that we need. Things that we should say to ourselves every single day by looking in the mirror. I was talking with a friend. They have a very fragile sense of being right now. So they'll say things like, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, and things like that. But when you say that, you weaken the body, you weaken your mind, you weaken that spirit within you. And the body listens, the spirit listens. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. And I know there's a lot of heaviness in the world. If you don't have stationery, if you have a phone, you could use the Notes app. You could download a journal. You could say it out loud. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what's happening. Tell yourself the story. Learning to trust others again. That is hard, that is difficult. But that's beautiful. Because you believe that there's good. You believe that there's good to connect to. Kind of visualize exactly what it's like to trust someone. Can you trust your inner self? Once you could trust your inner self, I think the universe does test you, but it also starts bringing things in that kind of represent what you've been feeling. Vibration matches vibration. Take another deep breath in. Still feeling a bit of heaviness, but that's okay. Just reminding you all to breathe. Connect with yourself. Connect with your light. Hello, hello. So if you think about it, we're all kind of here experiencing a story. And there are struggles and there are challenges, and it's a lot and it's heavy. But I do believe we're sort of here to do that, to experience these things. It is a leveling up process. It is a lot to figure out. It's a lot to do. Because if you think about it, we're born, we're told how the world is supposed to operate, we're told what we're supposed to do. But it's so much more than that. There's so much struggle, there's so much that we go through. The thing is, there's free will. It's a dance. It's a song. That's what life is. It has its highs, it has its lows. Can we lean into life with what it gives us? Can we find the sweetness in life again? In shamanism, there's a lot of shadow work. We work with something called the medicine wheel. And at the beginning of the wheel, we start with the serpent energy. And why a serpent? In some religions, they've painted serpents as evil and wicked. But serpents are about physical healing, about growing. The serpent keeps itself low to the ground, belly to the ground, listening to the energy, feeling the energy, sensing the energy, shifting to the vibrations. And then whatever old stories it tells, it sheds it, shedding the old skin, letting go of the old skin, letting go what no longer serves. So that's a physical aspect. You want to start analyzing, who do you want to become? What should that feel like? What should that look like? Next, you move on to the spirit of the West, Jaguar. And Jaguars are great at hunting, but it's an emotional, watery kind of energy. And so you kind of want to look at what you felt physically, and then understand the emotions that might have come up with it. What triggers are there? How do I experience those triggers? What do those triggers feel like? What emotions come up? And it's about healing, because water is a healing energy. So meditations you could do is sort of meditating, calling in the wounded version of yourself, and just speaking with them. Letting them know that it's safe, sending them the love that they needed. Letting them tell their story. And there's a version of kind of reparenting. Next, you work with hummingbird, or northern spirit. And so that's kind of connecting to ancestors, to those that have passed. Because those that have moved on from physical to non-physical, I don't think they really leave you. I feel like there's energetic traces that stay with you. Because you could remember them, you could feel them. You remember what it felt like to be with them. You kind of call onto those energies for guidance, to remind you the sweetness of life. Because I think about it, I've lost people, but every time I think about them, if they were here now knowing what I was going through or feeling sadness, depending where you are in the grieving process, sometimes you have to grieve in different ways, but I think about what they would say, how they would feel, how they would want me to feel, how hard they would try to cheer me up, to remind me of the good times. And their stories can still reach you. And lastly is the spirit of the East, eagle and condor. And so this pure spirit energy. This is higher level kind of overview, like stepping back and looking at the planet as a whole, looking at your story as a whole. Because any of you here have experienced something great, something I can't find the word for it. But if you look at your past struggles and how you've coped with them, if you look at how you've overcome them and how you've grown, you know that you can continue overcoming and continuing to grow. But knowing that in the moment that you're in, it's kind of surfing with those waves and those energies. Allowing yourself the freedom to feel what you need to feel, to express it the way you need to express, to analyzing it. Grief is a process. So if you want to feel nothing, you might already kind of be feeling that numbness, that burnt out energy. And that's okay. Take time to rest. Take time to just be with yourself. Do meditations, listen to sound healings. Let yourself be. Okay, I'm going to be switching it up. We're going to switch over to just pure light energy. I'm going to be sending healing energy. I'm still going to be using selenite, but I'm going to stop pulling just because the light can kind of shift through any remaining darkness or any shadows. I studied Reiki in 2020, and then last July, I decided to start doing it on TikTok. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you could feel this energy. If you can't, kind of visualize any heavy energy, any dense energy being lifted off. Hold on, I saw a comment. Take it easy, Anne. So imagine yourself kind of in a waterfall of light. And as it pours down over you, imagine any heavy, dense energy lifting off, fading away. Taking another deep breath in, and as you exhale, any heavy, dense energy floating away. No, I haven't been to the Omega Institute. I'm not sure who the Shadow Man is. Is this a shadow aspect that you might be feeling? Yep. Also, as you inhale, kind of notice the temperature of the air. Notice how it's kind of cooler. As you exhale, it's kind of warmer. You could imagine it as different colors, whatever you feel called to. Thank you, thank you. You could close your eyes if you want. Rachel, you didn't miss much. A lot of heavy, just me explaining the usual things, I think. Let's focus on, so we've kind of looked at what we feel. Can we think of any affirmations we could use that would help counteract that in a way? Things that you could tell yourself so that you feel calm, that you could feel safe, you could tap into this energy wherever you need. Affirmations are something I would say use daily, in the morning, in the night. If you want, you could look into a mirror, say them to yourself. Use even different phrasings, but I like using the present moment. So if you're on the healing journey, I am healed, I'm powerful, I'm confident. For some people it works in the sense by saying you. It's like you are confident, you are safe, you are abundant, you are loved. Kind of keeping eye contact with yourself. Hey, you are Groot. You can help others. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are enough. You are pure light. So that's what full moons are good for, kind of looking at what no longer serves you, letting go of that energy, connecting back with yourself, trusting yourself. Because the universe is good. The universe has lots of positive energy, but it will test you, because we came here to be tested. Think about this as a school, in a way. There are certain things we wanted to learn and experience, and those are things that are in our path. There's the legends of the wounded healer. Those that have gone through something, a trauma, a pain, grief or loss, and as they heal, they kind of create their own medicine. It does feel like the Maze Runner trials, to be honest. Hey Deborah, how's it going? And so as you heal from that, you can look back at the ways that you've healed. And then from there, when you encounter others, if they seek help or they seek help out from you, you could offer them that light, what it took for you to heal. But know that people don't like to listen. We could offer advice all day. They have to take what they take. They have to find their own path, their own journey. And yes, animals do love Reiki energy. They could sense it. They heal from it as well. In some ways, animals are they're more in tune to this energy than humans are. For us, we've been taught to be more analytical. Whereas animals just exist. They live in the moment. They heal from moment to moment. Yep, remember to breathe. It's heavy energy tonight. Animals have less barriers. I love that. Yeah, they sense that energy. There's healing energy to it. Things like healing bowls, sound therapy, it's a vibration. And we try to connect with that energy. We try to kind of balance off with the energy. Yep. Tiger spirit. I like that one. For all of you going through things, I'm sending you healing energy. I'm sending you light. So lower spine could be root chakra. That's where you could be feeling this. I'm gonna switch crystals. I've got 3 different crystals. 2 for the heart specifically, because I was feeling a lot of heart energy. This one is green adventuring. So those of you that might be feeling that heartache, that grief, kind of rest a hand on the heart space. Just kind of imagine light flowing through you. Call back those heart fragments, those soul fragments. If you want, you can kind of imagine it. Kind of like shards of a sphere coming back together. I'm sorry about your loss. I'm sending you healing. I'm sending you light. Trust the process. Hold on to the memories of them. That's something I try to do with those that I've lost. Kind of remembering them. Remembering who they were. What they represented for me. And even just calling on that energy. We could talk about mediumship, and the way that I see it, there are different ways that you could contact those that have moved on. But if you imagine just having a conversation with them, talking to a picture of them, if this helps, those are things you could do to connect with them. The energy and vibration they were, if you felt close to them, you could integrate that light into yourself and know that they're always there, guiding you, watching you. I talk about signs from beyond. And there's just intuition. Take what works with you, but like certain phrases they might say might start showing up. Certain songs they loved might just show up randomly, and I feel that is like their way of communicating with you, talking with you. Certain birds, certain animals, if you see them, I see that as a symbol that they're kind of there, not in the same extent that we knew them as. If you get a random thought about them as well, it could be an energy around you that reminds you of them, or that inner knowing, that inner feeling. Never being able to say goodbye is rough. That's why I say kind of doing a meditation where you envision talking to them. One that I do, especially during my one-on-ones, is starting in a place of nature, kind of calling on that energy, imagining them there with you, telling them all the things that you wish you could have said, that you want to say, that you want to update them on. Because in the mind and the psyche, it connects you to different things. Forgiveness is tough. I'm going to switch to a different crystal. Forgiveness is tough. I am a Scorpio, so forgiveness is really tough. I gotta be mad at them first. I gotta be upset at them first. I'm using a bit of amethyst for third eye, clearing up those mental stories. But yeah, if someone's hurt me, I gotta be mad. Just gotta be absolutely pissed off at them until I can find a way not to be mad at them anymore. If they hurt you, you could forgive them, but still block them. You don't gotta stay around people that hurt you. Yeah. I'm not mad at you, Rachel. You're good. How to forgive. You got me. I'm joking. You have to come to terms with that story. Come to terms that if they hurt you, they're going through something, or they were raised in a way that they've been hurt. They don't even know what they're going through. And that's what caused them to hurt you. The best we could do is send love their way. Hope the best for them. But they never have to be in contact with us again. Hopefully they learn from what they've done. Hopefully they've learned from what they've experienced. And hopefully they don't push that on to other people. Yeah, you don't gotta... Social media is great. They've created the block button. That's my boundary. That's my final boundary. If you cross a boundary and we can't see eye to eye, or you hurt me in such a way that I don't want to see eye to eye, you just gotta go. Protect your energy. And you could feel that. Some people just, they drag your energy down. They don't belong there. They hurt you, they don't belong there. You could do this exercise with anything you want. It doesn't but if someone did hurt you, kind of, I imagine being in a place of nature, possibly by the ocean, by the beach. I imagine a bonfire, and I imagine that person there, and I walk up to them, and as you do, kind of imagine them holding that soul contract they might have had with you. Maybe there's something you need to learn from them. Maybe a boundary you need to learn from them. Thank them for whatever it was. If you could find that in yourself, take the contract, hold it over the fire, and watch that contract burn slowly, watching it turn to ashes, into dust. And when it's finally gone, when it's all over, allow them to just walk into the shadows, walk to where they came from, allow them to leave. Another one you could do if you're having like ruminating thoughts on them, I like to imagine myself in a room that might be familiar. Same thing. Maybe if there's attachments of the heart, kind of taking the heart, cutting it. Severing the tie, or if you want to imagine the contract as well, taking it, burning it, watching it burn away, then having them leave through a door. You closing the door and watching that door fade away, because this room represents your mind space, and having them leave is important. And you might have to do it a lot. There's not like a one and done type thing. You could do cord cuttings, but if there's still some sort of attachment, or you find yourself still thinking about them, you could reattach that cord. Not that it would bring them back in your life, but they would continue to kind of haunt you. And that's what it feels like in a way. All right, I'm gonna switch over to, let's go back to the heart space. A bit of ruby quartz. Someone asked about my tuning forks. I don't remember the seller, but I had looked on Etsy to see who was selling tuning forks. No worries, thank you for staying. Even if you don't stay for the whole thing, you still receive the full healing. And these I post up on my YouTube afterwards. I'll try and post this up because this is kind of like a full moon kind of healing that I'm doing. Let's take another deep breath in, focusing on the heart once again. Calling back those soul fragments, calling back that love, that you deserve. Feeling yourself healing, feeling that self-love, feeling that universal love flow through you. This is ruby quartz. Your cycle is in sync with the moon. Same username as I have here. And so that cycle is also, it's about releasing, letting go, and then moving forward. Thank you for the Reiki. Thank you for the healing. I accept. All right. I'll do a bit of sweeping. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my friend, she told me, like, focus more on the heart chakras. People need a lot of healing right now. I think my next 2 lives that I'll do, I'm going to try and focus on third eye and then crown, and then probably mix it up a bit and see. Let's see how it goes. Crystals charge in different ways. If you're just here hanging out, that energy heals. It cleanses the crystals and charges them anyway. So sometimes on Mondays I go live, but on Fridays I set a reminder in my bio for when I go live. That way you could sign up for it. So take a deep breath in and just slowly exhale. And as you do, kind of imagine any darkness or heaviness in the heart space, releasing, letting go. Yeah, no, you don't have to, you could put them in the moonlight if you want. But during all of my lives, you could charge crystals with Reiki. And so with Cherie Mystic does crystal sales on Tuesdays. Before she goes live, I charge all of her crystals up and cleanse them. That way, whenever anyone receives crystals from her shop, they're all cleansed, ready to go. You can still do your own rituals with them the way that you feel called to. But they're already charged with energy. But yeah, you create your own magic. Your words are magic. So even speaking to your crystals, talking to them, saying, I charge you, I restore your energy. In shamanism, that's something we do a lot. Carnelian is beautiful. This is ruby quartz. You create your own rules. Some people charge them in sunlight, moonlight, your pure intention. Some you charge in water, but be careful which ones you charge in water. Some are not meant to be submerged in water, like selenite, bumblebee, jasper. They're not supposed to be in water. But like selenite is self-cleansing. How to open the third eye. These are things I'm still kind of researching it. The way I see it is that it's already open. It's just charging up the energy, clearing up any of those heavy narratives that's probably going on. You could visualize the opening. You could visualize the eye in the center of your head. And imagine light flowing through it. Yep. The energy is real. The energy is powerful. But it's your energy. It's my words that help remind the subconscious how to tap into it. And that's why I say, like, words are powerful. And that's why I try to post kind of a new video every day or every other day. That way you have like a brief moment to connect to that. Yeah, be careful with opening the third eye. Certain things should just be a natural process. Kind of ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish by doing it? Stomach could be solar plexus chakra, or you might be hungry. All right, I want to do a last part, just kind of like a quick short meditation. And these I kind of want to do more meditations on the Patreon app that I have, but I'm gonna figure that out soon. But if you want, right now, if you want, just kind of close your eyes. Imagine yourself sitting in a place of nature. It could be a park, a forest, the mountains, or by the beach. Imagine yourself sitting in the moonlight, under the starlight. Imagine from the base of your spine, sort of like roots of light, kind of connecting, digging deep into the heart of the planet, connecting with the earth itself. Feeling that light energy flowing through you, restoring you, traveling through the spine, to the base of the spine, clearing through the root chakra, clearing through the sacral chakra, source of your creativity. And it might feel like energy kind of washing through you. It then moves to the solar plexus. You feel your strength returning to you. Your power you might have given away, calling that back. Then it moves, the light, lighting up the heart space, pulling back in any heart fragments that might have been lost, healing the heart space, allowing it to glow with kind of emerald light. And it flows into the throat chakra, connecting you back to your words, allowing you to create your reality, to speak your affirmations, feeling the power of your voice flowing freely. It then travels through the third eye, kind of clearing any of those heavy thoughts that might be running around. Just feeling clear in this moment, feeling calm, feeling at peace. And lastly, it reaches the Crown Chakra. This connects you to your higher spirituality, your higher being, a place that you could allow any higher messages from angels, spirit, or even future versions of yourself to speak through you. You could feel the starlight and the moonlight connecting with this chakra. And in this moment, you're sort of like a tree, grounded into the earth, grounded into the stars. You feel the light collecting, forming a shield of light around you, protecting you, swirling around you peacefully, knowing that this light is always here to connect with you however you need to. And here you take a deep breath in and just slowly exhale, releasing any remaining heaviness, allowing yourself to come back to center, to come back to this reality, come back to us here. If you want, if you did close your eyes, kind of wiggling your toes, wiggling the fingers, feeling your reality, feeling where you are. Knowing that this is your energy, knowing that you are powerful. I hope that helped. I hope that shifted the energy. I'm trying to, on my Patreon, so yes, I do have a Patreon that's up. I'm trying to post maybe monthly meditations similar to that. I have one up there for kind of shielding and grounding. I'm posting kind of with the tuning forks. I'm kind of recording like 10-minute slots of those and posting them up there. And I'm going to be doing monthly oracle card readings where I kind of read the energy for the month ahead, and then I'll create shadow work questions for you to kind of work through. So these are kind of like, there are 2 tiers that both are going to heal, but it's about self-reflection. And then also I post all of my lives up on my YouTube. That way, if you ever need just a quick healing, just to kind of tap back into this energy, those are up there. Excuse me. And because it's Reiki that travels through time and space, goes wherever it needs, even though if it's a pre-recorded video, it's going to connect with you. It's going to bring more light to you. It's going to heal you wherever you need it to heal. Follow my moderators. They are all amazing, powerful, intuitive. And this later tonight, I'm going to post this up. Even though I said it's like for the full moon, it's going to be, you see the content that's in there. So it's going to be helpful no matter where you are, what you're doing. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for any likes or gifts that you sent. Next Friday, Monday I'm probably going to do a live, maybe around the same time, but Friday for sure, at 9 to 10 o'clock. But yeah, Jackie, I'm not sure if you're the one that had reached out to me by email. It's if you are, this weekend's a little bit busy, but check your email. I think I reached out to you, but let me know. But yeah, follow my mods, follow Chronically Ghosted, Cherie Mystic, follow Rachel, follow Adam, all right, Jackie, yeah, let me know what's going on. I could try and do like card readings for you. That's the other thing too, there is a fake account of mine going around. I never reach out to you directly. There's a lot of people reaching out to people directly saying that they've sensed energy that needs healing. I don't do that. I am 100% a projector. If you want to work with me, you have to approach me. Otherwise, there's nothing I can do. I don't feel comfortable cold calling like that. Just as a heads up. But yes, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you all have an amazing evening, an amazing weekend. Just kind of hang in there. You got this. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.